You're scrolling through TikTok, maybe watching a YouTube short, and you see it. Someone mixing a clear soda with some strange, colorful syrup, a dollop of something creamy, and a whole bunch of ice. It's a soda pop. It looks like a sugary, delicious experiment, and you probably think it's just the latest silly trend to take over the internet. But what if I told you this simple drink is actually part of a multi-billion-dollar cultural phenomenon with roots in a specific American subculture? Have you ever stopped to think about why this one beverage, among all others, captivated millions? Get ready, because we're about to dive deep into the fascinating world of soda pop and uncover the hidden history and bizarre facts that made it a viral sensation. The first thing you probably don't know about soda pop is its deep connection to a particular religious group in the United States. While most people see it as a generic, sweet drink, it's actually a staple in a place many would never expect: Utah. The state has an incredibly high percentage of members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, often called Mormons. The church's doctrine, specifically a health code called the Word of Wisdom, advises against the consumption of alcohol, tobacco, coffee, and even some teas. As a result, many Latter-day Saints look for alternative social beverages that offer a similar experience without breaking their religious guidelines. Enter the dirty soda. For decades, this has been a quiet local tradition, a simple mix of a base soda like Coke, Diet Coke, or Dr. Pepper with various flavored syrups and a creamy element, often half and half or coconut cream. It's a non-alcoholic concoction that provides the sweet, bubbly, and often caffeinated kick many crave. What started as a small community-driven trend in Utah soda shops like Swig and Fizz has since exploded onto the national stage. The myth is that it's just a new Gen Z drink, but the reality is it's a decades-old tradition from a very specific cultural and religious group. The surprising fact: the dirty soda concept predates the internet by a long shot, but it's the viral social media machine that gave it its new name, soda pop. This connection shows how a regional cultural practice can, with the right ingredients and a little bit of virality, become a nationwide obsession. But why did it jump from Utah to the rest of the world? Before social media, a dirty soda was something you had to go to a specialty shop in Utah to experience. Then came TikTok. The platform with its short-form, visually appealing videos was the perfect medium to launch the soda pop craze into the stratosphere. People started sharing their recipes, the ASMR sound of ice clinking, the satisfying pour of the different liquids. It was a sensory experience, a visual feast. The myth here is that this was just a random organic trend. The truth is, it was perfectly suited for the algorithm. The endless variations: a dirty Dr. Pepper with coconut cream and lime, a dirty Coke with raspberry and vanilla, made it infinitely shareable and customizable. Every video felt new, even if the concept was the same. Creators like the Dr. Pepper Princess and others gained millions of views by simply showcasing their daily soda pop creations. This wasn't just a drink, it was content. The surprising fact is how a simple aesthetic choice, the addition of the dirty element, usually cream, transformed a basic soda into a visually interesting prop for a video. What makes it even more impactful is the connection to the modern creator economy. These videos weren't just for fun, they were often sponsored, leading to brand partnerships and product endorsements. This is a crucial lesson in modern marketing. A low-effort, high-impact visual trend can be monetized into a full-fledged business. But what's the science behind our obsession with this particular combination of flavors? At its core, soda pop is a masterclass in hitting all the right notes for our brain's reward system. The myth is that it's just sugar and fizz. The reality is far more complex. Our tongues are wired to crave a combination of sweet, salty, and sour. The base soda provides the sweetness and effervescence, while the fruit syrups add a burst of flavor and often a hint of tartness. Then comes the game changer: the cream. This adds a level of mouthfeel and fat that makes the drink feel more indulgent and satisfying. This combination isn't accidental. It's a carefully crafted sensory experience that mimics many classic dessert profiles like a raspberry float or a creamy soda. The surprising fact: the psychological effect of these drinks goes beyond taste. The sheer customizability gives the drinker a sense of control and creation. In a world where so much is pre-packaged, the act of building your own drink feels personal and unique. It's a small act of rebellion against the ordinary. The connection here is to a deeper psychological truth. We aren't just drinking a beverage, we're consuming an experience. The process, the visual, and the taste all work together to create a powerful dopamine hit. This makes us not only want another one, but also feel compelled to share our own unique creations. But is it just a viral trend, or is it changing the entire beverage industry? The viral success of soda pop didn't go unnoticed by the major players in the beverage industry. The myth is that this is just a passing fad that will disappear as fast as it arrived. The reality is that it's already reshaping how companies think about flavor, customization, and even their core products. For decades, soda companies have been focused on a few core flavors and limited seasonal variations. Now, they're seeing the immense power of mixers, syrups, and flavor combinations. Coca-Cola and Pepsi aren't just competing with each other, they're now competing with hundreds of small syrup companies, and even with the drinkers themselves, who are becoming their own mixologists. The surprising fact? Major brands are now investing heavily in partnerships with influencers and even developing new products to cater to this flavor hack culture. This trend is a perfect example of a bottom-up marketing movement. Instead of a corporation telling consumers what to drink, the consumers themselves created a new market, forcing the corporations to play catch-up. This is vital for understanding modern consumer behavior. People today want to participate in the products they consume. They don't just want to buy a Coke, they want to make a dirty Coke that feels like their own unique creation. This gives them a sense of ownership, which is incredibly powerful. But what about the health aspect of this sugary phenomenon? The myth surrounding soda pop is that because it's non-alcoholic, it's a healthier, or at least a better alternative to other drinks. The reality, however, is that many of these concoctions are absolute calorie bombs. A single large soda pop can contain upwards of 300 to 500 calories, often packed with sugar. While the base sodas themselves are already high in sugar, adding multiple pumps of flavored syrup and a generous splash of cream or half and half turns it into a sugary powerhouse. For comparison, that's often more than a regular soda and sometimes even more than a fast food milkshake. The surprising fact is how this trend highlights the complex and often deceptive nature of modern dietary habits. People are actively seeking out non-alcoholic options, a positive step, but they often don't realize they're just swapping one set of health issues for another. The connection here is to the broader wellness trend in America. We're a society that is increasingly conscious of what we put into our bodies, yet we're also drawn to things that feel like a permissible indulgence. The soda pop fits this perfectly. It feels innocent, but its nutritional profile is far from it. So while it's a great social drink, it's a reminder that a deeper look at the ingredients is always a good idea. But is it just a local phenomenon, or has it gone national? What started as a Utah-based trend is now a national sensation. The myth is that this is still a niche regional thing. The reality is that soda pop shops are popping up all over the country, from small towns in the Midwest to major cities on the West Coast. While the names may vary, the concept remains the same, a build-your-own soda experience with a dizzying array of syrups and add-ins. This rapid expansion is a testament to the power of social media and the desire for experience-based retail. People aren't just buying a drink, they're paying for the opportunity to customize it and be part of the trend. The surprising fact is how these shops are becoming a modern-day version of the old-school soda fountains. They're social hubs, gathering places for teenagers and adults alike. This connection shows a cyclical pattern in American culture. We've seen similar movements before, whether it was the rise of Starbucks creating a third place for coffee lovers, or the craft beer movement that made brewing a social event. The soda pop trend is doing the same for non-alcoholic beverages. It's creating a new kind of space for people to gather and socialize, making a simple drink into a social event. But who are the people who are really making this happen? Beyond the general content creators, a new type of influencer has emerged, the soda pop specialist. The myth is that you need a huge professional following to make an impact. The reality is that many of the most successful creators in this space started with a simple passion and a smartphone. They're not just showing the drink, they're sharing their tips, their personal stories, and their unique recipes. They've built entire communities around the love of a simple, customized soda. These influencers have created a mini economy. They're not just promoting big brands, they're launching their own lines of syrups, merchandise, and even guides to creating the perfect dirty soda. This connection is key to understanding the modern micro-celebrity. You don't need to be a movie star to have a powerful and profitable brand. You just need to be an authentic voice in a niche that people are passionate about. The soda pop trend proves that you can build a massive audience and a successful career around something as simple as a drink recipe. But what does all of this say about us as a society? Ultimately, the viral explosion of soda pop is more than just a drink trend. It's a reflection of modern American culture. The myth is that it's just another passing internet fad. The reality is that it embodies several key cultural pillars: our love for customization and personalization, our reliance on social media for discovering and sharing new experiences, and our continuous search for non-alcoholic social alternatives. It's a sweet, fizzy representation of a generation that values individuality and digital connection. The surprising fact is that this trend, born from a specific religious tradition, was perfectly poised to become a national phenomenon because it tapped into these universal desires. It's a classic American story of a local idea going big, a grassroots movement turned into a commercial success. This connection reminds us that to truly understand what's happening in our culture, we have to look beyond the surface. A simple mix of soda, syrup, and cream isn't just a drink. It's a mirror reflecting our deepest desires for connection, creation, and a little bit of sweet, bubbly fun. What do you think? Did any of these facts about soda pop surprise you? Let us know in the comments below which part of this crazy story you found the most fascinating. And if you're curious about more incredible stories and hidden facts, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next deep dive. So, the next time you see a clip of someone making a soda pop, you'll know it's not just a random drink. It's a cultural phenomenon with deep roots, a brilliant marketing success story, and a fascinating insight into our digital lives. From the soda shops of Utah to the screens of millions, this drink proves that even the simplest things can have the most surprising stories. What other everyday objects have a hidden history we should explore?